got this button, and it makes everything work! Hooray! I said it worked. I meant it was gonna work, so... Here we are! We're ready. Oops, I'm so sorry. Ready to get to work. Why is this girl on the screen? She's dead. She's like not the main character or anything. Why do I have two of these names? Right, we're about to start court. Been a while. It feels like such a long time because I've been doing so many streams since then. Get started.
Welcome.
Yes, indeed. Good idea. Hey, are you scared? No, scared isn't quite right.
Makoto.
I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding this case yourself. Oh, I remember this being kind of loud. Okay. I don't want the music to be too quiet that you guys don't enjoy it, so keeping it at this level. I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding the case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor, I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. As I raised my voice to try to give myself courage, I turned, trembling with anticipation, towards the elevator. Hola, Foxy! How have you been? With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster, faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator. When I finally stepped on, the doors closed and the elevator started to move. It has been a while. I figured you were busy and stuff. How's your animation going? The steel box descended with heavy, clunky sounds towards the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes. Oh, rather than that, it's not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment. Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further to the bowels of the school. No, you finally arrived! What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Shit.
Not even close, it's total shit.
Well now.
Oh yeah, that's good. Oh yeah, you said that you had some relatives visiting. We did what he said and found our seats. Oh. We're all across from each other. Oh, that's right, that other girl died. It's been a while. These were arranged in this nights ago. It's kind of morbid that they keep their pictures there on like a broom. It was set up so everyone could see everyone else, which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their attention and unease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so, the curtain of our first case opened. A deadly judgment, deadly deception, deadly betrayal, deadly riddle, deadly defense, deadly faith, deadly class trial. Ready to do this, let's go! I hope I remember all my stuff. After that, what, 30 in Makoto's room? Someone switched the stuff. Wow, it looks like there was a struggle. This thing's full coating. Toolkit was not used. Her blood is all Splatoony. Didn't she just write Leon upside down? Or something? Looking at it this way, it looks like a Leon. Burnt clothing. We have skills in this game. Alright. Life or death trial, let's go.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened. And the one that
Yay!
deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course!
Whoa, my character talks.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
The other
I'd
classmate.
feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates?
Okay,
He's so
But
gross.
What about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for
I
the
feel like he's
preamble.
lying.
Get ready to get started.
Not that
First
he's
up is
lying,
the
but he's
case
hiding
summary.
information.
Now, let the class trial begin.
It's about to begin the debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about anything. Because this isn't just about me, everyone's lives are on the line. The first non-stop debate... No, I don't want to hear more. I'll figure it out. I hope I don't die. Evidence of a struggle.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Okay, we know that.
know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the
I guess I
bathroom.
should have gone. I don't know what to do.
So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono. Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
What am I supposed to do?
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
I
No!
assert that the one who was murdered was...
How do I do this? If you choose the wrong statement, you'll take damage. By holding out space key, you can concentrate and slow down passage. Control. Press left mouse button to fire whatever truth bullet you I should have read the thing when it said that. Select a truth bullet. Okay, with truth bullet.
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken...
Wait. Space key. Concentrate. Some text may appear at yellow. Uh-huh.
She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, it's wrong.
Objection!
Just
The
a
yellow
second,
correct
Chihiro.
text. Thank you.
Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there were...
Oops, I'm sorry.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
I like the music, it's so exciting. Make your argument. Kitchen knife set.
So what was used to kill her?
This is so morbid, talking about your classmates.
Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him. How could anyone do something like
Hey,
that?
why didn't I shoot it?
Son of a bitch!
Because the object that was thrust into Sayaka's stomach, almost certainly the knife that disappeared from a certain location.
So what was used to kill her? There was some kind of sharp...
Without a doubt, that is the murder.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No, it's wrong.
Objection!
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Not necessarily. I mean, it might be missing, but there might be
yeah.
another knife.
I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us?
This guy's the murderer!
I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
They put her beside him, I think for psychological damage. There's a bit more to learn. No, don't tell me. I'll figure it out. Make your argument. Aoi's account. Aoi? You say that name.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret. When nobody was in the
Lies! Aoi was there.
No, it's wrong.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
He's close enough to call her Hina.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
She's lucky she didn't get stabbed in the back.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
But she didn't see anyone else.
Think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken
Just
the knife.
because she didn't see you doesn't mean you weren't there, though.
Then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl?
Wow.
And more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
Wow.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rule?
Ugh, good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No, no way! I swear it wasn't me!
Wow, now we got her in trouble.
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
That's right! Sakura was with me the entire time.
Why
I was
did you
drinking my
mention
tea.
that she was there?
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no.
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking. I just
Aw,
asked
look
her to
at them
stay over.
staying over each
Which
other.
means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room. So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh!
This is what happens when you assume.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore. Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Okay, so I don't think it's either of these people. Monokuma.
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility.
That's not the only possibility. Well,
And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water.
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
true.
See? He did do it after all.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Can't. If I don't do something, you're gonna blame me for the murder. If they could make me, everyone's gonna die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about.
Hangman Gambit? No, I don't want to learn about Hangman Gambit. Hangman Gambit! Oh, okay, I should definitely use this. Shoot the wrong letters, you take damage. Fail the case. Ah! I have 5 minutes to figure this out. Now I can't look at my notes! They're really wanting me to put an A in here. Kyoko knows everything, yeah. Wow, what if I can't spell? Core? I don't even know what the word is, what is missing from my place. My clothes? Oh, right, I know. Why isn't it shooting?
Now I understand.
Hangman's Gambit is. It helps when you have a mouse.
That's
you can just
right.
aim easily.
There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
A doorknob. Yeah. Why can't I fix this? Why can't I pick it? Oh, right click. I did it!
Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Harder when the word is way longer. That is true.
But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded.
How does she know
Hopefully
everything?
That will help you understand.
Now, stop teaching me. I just want to do.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
And finally, the culprit had Sayaka cornered.
To finish the job, they stabbed her with the key.
It was you, wasn't it, Makoto? Admit it. We already know the answer.
The incident took place if Sayaka was first. She then fled into the.
Then the killer ran and they got into the bath. At that point,
The fast forwarded version is funny.
No, that's wrong.
I know how
The
to
reason
fix my
bathroom
bathroom.
didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with walking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm a fan
My
of this
bathroom
music.
door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can
I'm over here
testify to
like
that.
judging everything Leon says.
True as true can, but you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door.
Unlucky.
That's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
I got it!
The things were
The
switched.
killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
There would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
How did they even get to the
Regardless,
get
it was a
inside?
pointless act.
She said she
Wasting
wouldn't
time
open the
trying
door.
To break down a door that wasn't locked is
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
that is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
What I've been trying to tell you.
Then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well,
We all die.
just vote right now. Majority rules.
No.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
You gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well...
I
was
like
just
her. She's
wondering,
cute.
How did the culprit
Exactly, how did she
into
get
Makoto's
in?
room in the first place?
Yes. How did
We
the
didn't get
killer
to see if my
inside?
actual doorknob was messed up.
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
Left the key in the
I don't
room.
think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then, maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got
She
in
let
the
him
easy
in.
way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
What? Wait, no, that's not my evidence.
Shoot!
Whoops. I just wanted to read it. There's no way she let someone in because... Wrist? Anyways, this is my evidence that it's Leon, but yeah. Not it. How do I go back? This one.
I got it! Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
She's like the worst psychic if she's died.
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh?
Oh!
What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplate to make sure you don't get in the wrong room, okay? Sayaka.
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil.
Why didn't I get it? Where was my notepad?
And these are the words that appeared.
Because she wrote it and sent it to someone else.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh? Look at her finding.
Only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't.
But of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
I bet she's gonna be a target next time. They'd want to kill her because she knows too much.
The note was likely
She's
her
too,
way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention. Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
But the
Exactly.
drinks were
The
switched.
room that Makoto was staying in.
Nope, lies.
In other words, even if someone
No.
did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
No, that's wrong.
Sayaka and Makoto sweat in the note. It specifically I see. Then they would have gone to exactly the room.
No, it's wrong.
Oh, flashy.
The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying...
Feels like we're in a
the room
club.
Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other. So switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right? Okay, then who did it?
Whatever, you know who did it. The killer. Leon. Actually, yeah, you're right. Wait, what? Sorry. Sayaka.
Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
I'm seeing your room, make sure you look at the nameplate.
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
Because it's on her thing. It's all glittery.
I got it!
So
All
much
you have to do
thinking.
is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there.
Is that gold?
It sure
It's
is.
blood.
Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
And also why the person had to burn their uniform.
And so the truth draws ever closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
Bit more to learn about. No! Stop teaching me! Make your argument. Oh god, there's 3 of them now.
When the
Kitchen
fighting
access.
broke out, the culprit grabbed the and that's when the first blow was dealt. The sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with
And that's exactly what happened.
She was the one who grabbed the knife?
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword. And that's when the first blow was dealt.
Wait, no!
Sword-based sneak attack!
I pressed the wrong one!
Shoot!
When the fighting broke out,
I was just clicking because I wanted it to go faster.
that's when the first sword-based sneak attack.
That's what broke Miss My Zone.
So she grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden in her leg.
Shoot!
Oh, she did do it.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit, and that's when the first sword-based.
That's what broke.
So she grabbed the... But then the culprit...
And they killed her.
And that's exactly what happened.
What?
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword. and
Alright, let me look at my thing. Roll. Move the mouse wheel up or down to select a true bullet. Ah,
A sword-based sneak attack.
wait. Let me look at my
That's what
stuff.
broke Miss My Zono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden in her leg.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
I think I'm gonna die.
And that's exactly what happened. When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword. And that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss My Zono's wrist.
So she grabbed the kit, but then the culprit...
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened. When the fighting broke out, the culprit, and that's when the first sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss...
So she grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden in her leg.
But then the
I think it's the first one.
That's exactly what happened. When the fighting broke out, the culprit, and that's when the first sword-based sneak attack.
No, that's wrong.
Huzzah!
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
This is stressful. Fighting for my
Because
life
the sword
here.
sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too.
How do we know she's the victim? What if she attacked first and they overpowered her?
They took the knife and finished.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands
They
were
want her to be
perfectly
the
clean.
victim.
so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her paw?
Because it gets all over
Like
your
I said
your
before,
skin,
the gold
your
coating on that
clothes.
sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed
She
her
wanted to
hands after
kill
she
the
went straight
person.
into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No, that's not it at all. I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
I mean, like, you can't flush.
I haven't taken a shower here yet.
Ew.
My.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheep with the kitchen knife was...
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, isn't it?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior.
I'm a
sure
good
Sayaka
average
realized the same
student.
thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Aw.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
Like, because I'm in love with this girl I've only known for 2
You guys
days.
have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need
Even
to
though he's a
concentrate on figuring
defendant?
out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Make your argument.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Guys!
No, that's wrong. There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Huh?
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean?
It's not numbers, it's a
One-
name!
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right?
You're a
You should know all
computer
about
nerd.
numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
What? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1, 1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. But looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa. You might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Wow, this guy's so rude.
Our little girly cells are really getting excited now.
Pretty cells.
But even if that really is an N, N037 doesn't make any more sense than before.
I do know!
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Oh my god.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
She could also not have said it was Leon. Like, she could have just said someone else that she wanted to pin it on, though. Bye.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
Bum, bum, bum.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all.
She even tried to
wrote
hide
that
it.
message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That's cool.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me.
But we already know that Sayaka's sketchy.
I'm the killer? You can't just go and
What
say
if she just
shit
wrote
like
some
that.
other person's name
If you're
down?
not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
What is this? Why is it not going down? My bad. I was thinking it was his shirt, but I was confused how this ball actually helps.
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they
I
threw it
keep
into the
forgetting that
incinerator.
this pink is the blood.
One piece
I keep
burned
thinking
off
it's
and
pink.
got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Fingerprints.
Yeah.
Take his fingerprints off the knife.
Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so. Shoot!
But we don't know when. Like, they couldn't have gone when. How and where basically the same. It's the same area.
I got it! If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Poor
I think I know what
Leon.
you're
He
gonna
was
say.
just trying to defend
You
himself.
can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash.
Interesting.
Shattered crystal ball.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence. Which means the only possible suspect is whoever had the trash room key.
Okay, so the person who would have had the trash room key was... Huh?
Oh man, I hope that guy goes next. I'm just kidding.
The key to the trash room, whoever was on...
So the only one who...
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator.
No, that's wrong. Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but...
But how would you use it?
Divine with it.
The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate.
So much thinking. I didn't realize.
All they
I know
had to
you
do
said
was
it was
flip
an
that
hour, but it
switch,
really is an
and
hour.
the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi? Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running.
What if they had
the
like
piece
a
of shirt that
plastic
escaped
ball?
the fire? If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
The best baseball
That's
player
right. There's
ever.
no way. It'd be impossible. Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is... I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leo?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be I'm not the killer! These goddamn shepherd brains have got it all wrong!
You still won't admit it? Okay,
He's just
Makoto,
trying to
go ahead and
defend
review
himself
the
from
incident
Sayaka,
one
who's
more
being
time.
mean
We
and
can end
trying to
this.
kill him.
Listen to me! Say what you want, Leon. But all the Now here's what happened.
Yeah. Finish your thought. What is happening? Act 1. Wait. This isn't right. Oh, it's going backwards. Right, because this is Japan. Goes in, he enters. She attacks him. Breaks her wrist. Feel like this is wrong. I'm missing something. Oh wait, I have more. What is this? Ah, I found them. Oh, that's the sleep. I'm glad I didn't read how to do this. She runs in. Door. Wait. Yeah, that looks right. Some of these are incorrect. How dare they try to fool me? Wait, but then there is this. I have this or the other one? Axe, she drops it. Alright. Throw the ball in the thing. Yeah.
Here's exactly what happened. I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, The killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them.
Yeah.
She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
That's not right? I thought oh, there's the knife dropping. I see. Alright, I'm ready.
You! During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw. But the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this. And...
What?
Isn't that right, Leon?
Bum bum bum!
It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories!
theories. You need evidence. Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit. It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it.
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe...
Bullet time battle?
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must have...
I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid.
Ew.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid.
What is
You
happening?
lied. Stop talking. Shut up. Where's your proof?
Where is my proof? You have to press the buttons in a rhythm. Okay.
Not a chance.
I was so
You
confused.
lied. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied.
Oh, I'm dying. Oh, I guess we lost. No! What?
Is...
No, it's so long!
I refuse to give up yet!
Imagine if that's how they do it in, like, murder cases. They're just like, fine, I'll read the thing. Hey, they don't want to hear what I say. Engage them in head-to-head battle. Press the right mouse button to lock on to an opponent's statement. It's a lot of buttons of like right clicking and left clicking. All right.
When the killer removed the screws from the door instead...
I refuse to acknowledge you. Stupid, 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 stupid. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Stop talking. Shut up. Where's your proof?
Why can't I lock on?
Not a chance. Stupid. You lied.
I'm so confused. Why can't I lock on?
Here's your proof. You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Stop talking. Shut up.
I can't log on. I'm so confused.
You kidding me? Not a chance. You lied. Shut up. Shut up. Stupid.
This is so funny. Final strike.
Where's your proof?
This should prove it!
I do enjoy that. That was a fun mini
The
game.
screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed. I
Oh
wonder
yeah,
what kind
you're
of
right.
tool the killer used to remove them.
I mean, It had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah. I'm
It
pretty
might
sure
be
the
a little
toolkits we
lag.
got each had one inside.
That must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own
Yeah,
toolkit.
that's really gonna save this guy's big.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
This guy left
Say
his,
you used it for something
left
else,
the
you'll
room
have
to get his
explain
toolbox.
exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid. Stupid.
Rip.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Woo! Yeah! I've got an A because I'm Asian.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Why did the boys get something useful like that? Whoa. That slot machine is rigged. Looks like you were right on the money. The Blackened in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kuwata. That sucks because he had to defend himself. And it's not like you weren't able to plan it. It's not like you could have done a clean murder and stuff.
Huh? Hey, hold on.
Leon, did you really kill Sayaka?
But
I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch!
What the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
It was kill or be killed. That's why I killed her first.
None of you are any different!
One wrong step and you'd be the one standing here. It's a complete chance I won't wound up like this. It's
I
true.
was just unlucky.
He's the one that Sayaka chose to kill.
Hey, come on!
Do you expect me to accept my death? See, he should have just gone to his room. But the thing is, like, I was like, what if he just went to his room and just didn't tell anyone and told everyone the next day? But Sayaka's a pop star. They probably believe her first. Everything's become clear. The decision we made was right after all. But when I think about that, honestly, I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. Because if we came up with... If what we came up with really is the truth, then the truth is that Sayako is trying to frame me. But even if that was true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind. It's all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her, and the video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. Now we're trapped here, with no way out. They're probably waiting for me. Why? I can't afford to be stuck in here! The one thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends. To see something like that happen to them, and Sayaka. I did whatever I took to reach that dream. I mean it. Even some things that weren't so pleasant. Yeah, he should have ran out of the room and locked the door. That's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. He's such a simp. He's still sticking up for her even after she tried to frame him.
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
She was lying to me from the beginning. She was using me. That's why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I could do to ask what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's that. Boy, howdy! The entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try to kill someone just because of those relationships. She seemed so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside, she descended into pure madness. What did you say? I understand, really, I do. Yep. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Damn, yeah. Stop screwing with me. This is all your fault. Sayaka being forced to do something like that. She's not being forced to do it. She did it because she wanted to. All of it. Everything. It's all your fault. Suddenly, in a frenzy, I lunge at Monokuma. Oh my gosh, is he going to die? Like what happened to what's-her-name? But
that's enough.
As angry as I was, Kyoko latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron. Strong enough, I was sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make your enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now. Damn it! Ah, that was a close one. I thought for sure you were gonna give me a good walloping. Just barely avoided punishment, you did!
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during class trial, the Blackhand, Leon Kawada, will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice! I had to kill her! She was gonna murder me with that knife!
Yeah, that's it.
Self-defense, that okay?
How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your own toolkit? See, you should have just gone to bed after she ran into the bathroom. After she shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to go back to your room, get your toolkit, and then go inside.
Do you understand?
You had a number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder?
So...
No, that's not... Stop it. I've had enough of this. Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? He killed your precious Sayaka. Do you understand? I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either. Of course you don't, Sam. Because... the one to blame is him! Huh? One for you. This would have never have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation. The mastermind. Uh-oh. Did you awaken to your sense of justice?
Hey,
Well, it just so happens there's nothing more than ethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetrate war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you? Just shut up! Okay, well, more importantly...
Chills!
Let's hurry up and get to what everyone's been waiting for. The punishment!
I'm begging you! Please, don't do this!
Hey!
No more
Come on
begging!
now.
No more excuses! You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop! Please!
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment!
No!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Yeah, punishment time!
Oh!
That's cute. This cutscene is intense. Wait, there's a way out? Oh no. We're all outside. We should leave. We're all watching this happen. This is an intense high school. What we saw, that was a true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it?
Extreme!
My adrenaline is pumping right out of control! What's going on? I can't take it. Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it.
Well?
If you don't like it, all you gotta do is to swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. But that's only if every single one of you could get on board with that.
Damn you!
What the heck?
Evil, you're making it sound like I'm some dark, awful secret society type of guy. Or, in this case, a dark, awful secret society type of bear.
Well...
why are you putting an upsetting young citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal?
Hey,
It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible. Hey, I don't think I know what you're saying, but what I'm saying quite fit together.
Shit.
I don't know who you are. I'm gonna pound your ass to the ground. You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? If you do that, you're barking up way up the wrong tree. What happened? Happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. Of course we can't cut free of the outside world. You're trapped in this insane place. You're trapped, are you? Well, I'm sure once you learn the mysteries of the school, your thinking will change for sure. You'll think, boy, isn't it so wonderful how we're all get to live here forever?
What does this mean?
Hey,
I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in there, just like before.
Thrills, chills, kills!
hey,
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. I need to save some of the fun for later. Is this some fourth wall stuff where they're entertaining us, the audience? And they're just here? When he says everyone. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no, it wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared of being alone. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment.
just a second.
Can I talk to you for a second? She moved in close and whispered into her ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? Surprised you figured it out?
Listen.
I told you before class trials started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool, becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact that you could never change. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why, as she lay dying, she was thinking of you. Can't say something like that. I mean, there's no way you could know that. She wouldn't have written the name to get him out of trouble.
However,
even if you can't ask her, you could infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you.
so...
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. She didn't care what happened to you. She never would have left that message. Well, maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who killed her.
Certainly.
That's certainly one possibility. But I don't think that it was.
Anyway...
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure if she could kill someone or deceive you. Which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all of this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past your deaths of your friends Sayaka and Leon and keep moving forward. Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such desperate situation. Move past their deaths? I could never do that. No. I'm going to carry them with me the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road? Well, I have high expectations for you. As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, well, I'm psychic.
What?
Huh? Kidding. I just have pretty good intuition. If you were psychic, you wouldn't be freaking out about her dying. That was good. Dang, 3 people dead already. Crazy. Chapter 2, let's go. Ooh. Achievement. 1 is the loneliest number. Kind of weird to sleep in my room. Did I go to Sayaka's room? Why is the music spooky? It's gone. She really is gone. Almost like there was never anything there to begin with. Every last sign of Sayaka's existence has disappeared without a trace. Just like he said. After the class trial, before we took the elevator back up, Monokuma told us.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I almost forgot. Since the class is all over, I'll go ahead and dispose of all the corpses.
What are you gonna do?
It's okay, no need to thank me. Just see your delighted smiling faces is thanks enough for me. After all, nobody wants to look at a rotting corpse every day. That can't be good for your health. Thank you for getting rid of the corpses. I didn't even have time to mourn Sayaka and Junko's deaths. I'm sure that's exactly why he did it. A bad joke, a sickening dream, but I have to accept the reality of it all. I headed back to the dining hall to meet up with the others. But yeah, I'm surprised, like, he left the room to go get a toolkit to open the door. Like, yeah.
So,
You okay, Makoto?
Listen to me!
You sure you took your sweet time? I was about to go and get you and drag you back here! Sorry. So, what happened? Was your room fixed up like you said? I imagine it would be pretty hard to sleep with a rotting corpse in your bathroom.
Hey, come on.
That's fucked up, man. Why would you say something like that? My room was spotless. There wasn't anything left. They even fixed the walls and the floors. Like the whole thing never happened.
I see.
Wait, I wanted to click on that thing about him saying nothing happened. Must be tough staying there knowing what happened. Why don't you stay in Sayaka's? Well, staying there with her scent still hanging in the air, that would hurt just as much. Plus, I've decided I can't turn away from her death. Hey, cheer up! Getting depressed isn't going to help anything, right? Yeah, now she's not depressed! Hooray! If we all work together, I'm sure we'll find a way out of here.
You got it!
Everyone just try to cheer up and get on back on track! Is that honestly supposed to make us feel any better? Huh? We're already working together, yet someone was still murdered. Anyone could betray us at this point. Now that it's happened once, it's a question of when, not if, the next one takes place. Yeah, because Sayaka made the first move.
Well...
But if we work together against a mastermind, nobody will have any reason to do something like that.
Stop talking.
Keep telling yourself that. I'll be over here in the real world. Working together, fighting a common enemy, like it or not, it's not that simple. What do you mean?
Are you okay with this?
The mastermind seems to be much more powerful than ever suspected. They took over Hope's Peak, which was supposed to be well defended, then modified it to fit their desire. They created Monokuma, which seems to be incredibly advanced, and they're providing for our every need. And a cherry on top is the execution we witnessed.
Honestly.
Everything has been planned down to the last excruciating detail. This is not the work of your everyday psychopath. Defying them might be too great a risk.
So then...
What are we supposed to do? Anyone who truly does want to escape will just have to follow the rules. In which case, the only option is to deceive those around you and win the game.
No.
What?
No what? I
can't
don't
take
want
it.
to live if it means killing someone else to do it. I don't want to kill anyone else.
Huh?
Anyone else? What do you mean?
It's because...
Leon died because we all voted for him, right? It's so different from us killing him ourselves.
But
So,
If we hadn't voted for him, then we all would have died instead, right? That isn't what you wanted, is it?
So it would seem.
That's right. If you keep that kind of self-blame on yourself, you'll turn into a full-fledged masochist. Chihiro, listen. You're not to blame. Not you, not Leon, and not Sayaka. The mastermind is responsible for everything that's happened. We have no choice but to vote. I can't even imagine what would have happened to us if we refused. In the end, it was Monokuma who ultimately killed Leon. So don't waste your anger on yourself. Instead, direct it at the mastermind. Now evening. Nighttime.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Oh, and one other thing. It was totally obvious before that you were trying to make yourselves feel better and justify what you did. See you, don't see you, see you. That's about how much I can see you, even when you try to hide. Now pay attention and remember this well. The burden of judging others is a heavy one to bear, so be well aware of your actions. Order and stability rely on the sacrifice and responsibility of everyone. Okay then, sweet dreams, everyone. Good night, sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
What was that about now? Was he trying to say our fault? It's our fault that what happened? That's pretty cruel, man.
Don't fuck with me.
That piece of shit. Who does he think he is? And so the day drew to a close. A tense, maddening day that saw the deaths of 3 classmates. Sayaka, Junko, and Leon. And this is just the beginning. Our despair has only begun. Boy's life of despair, daily life. It sounds like what is it? Those boy like a shoujo, but not. But for boys. I woke up the next day to Monokuma's normal morning announcement. Then he called us all to the gym. What's he gonna do to us this time? We were practically frozen with fear, but Monokuma was determined to get us involved in his little game. And with that goal in mind, he began it. Oh, calisthenics!
Okay, lift your arms up.
I'm gonna do this too.
Down. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2,
I'm stretching
3,
too.
4.
Now reach way up and bend way down.
Oh.
Tighten those muscles.
Touch your
Let's add a little
toes.
strength, a little speed to those young bodies of yours.
I'm glad they have calisthenics. Ah, doesn't this feel great? Being stuck inside like this, you gotta make sure to stay healthy. You're the one keeping us stuck inside. Don't sweat the small stuff, that's my motto. Oh, I sounded pretty cool now, don't you think? Did you fall in love with me? Am I just to die for? Am I just to die in writhing agony for?
So?
Why did you call us here? Certainly it wasn't just to make us exercise. Just to make you exercise? Just to make you exercise?
Hey!
If exercise makes you laugh, exercise will make you cry! Now if you keep doing these exercises, you will uncover the secret of the Assassin's Fist! Passed down from generation to generation in an empire of darkness. Power can be yours! That sounds like the kind of joke a middle schooler would come up with. It doesn't matter. Just get to the point. Did you really call us down here just to exercise? Of course not! You think I have that kind of free time on my hands? Okay, so then... I'd like to make an announcement. Every time you overcome a class trial here at Hope's Peak, a whole new world will open to you.
What the heck?
A whole new world?
You guys?
It'd really suck if you had to live here forever with nothing new to stimulate you. Besides, I know how you kids these days get with your ADD and ADHD. I gotta keep you motivated.
Very nice.
He's actually a really good, he's a good instructor. He's very caring to the students' needs, so I guess that's cool. Go ahead, look around all you want. Enjoy the brave new post-trial world till you explode! With that, Monokuma disappeared, leaving us even more confused than when he'd shown up. But, a new world?
Could it be...
Is he talking about a way to get outside?
I wonder about that.
That seems unlikely, but there were some stairs that were locked behind bars.
Piece of shit!
Well, we don't know till we look!
Hey,
Whatever he meant, it seems we'll have to search the school one more time.
You hear me?
Okay then, let's split up and start investigating. When you're done, everyone meet back up at the dining hall and we'll share what we found. You're basically a one-trick pony, you know that?
Got it!
More like a stable food source. Now let's get moving! Seeing his words as their signal, everyone scattered and left the gym. I'm not even in a group.
What the heck?
See what's inside the display case? This is super bad, man. What are you talking about? I didn't notice anything all that weird there. Sure, to the untrained eye, it's nothing. But this is awful. A bad, awful, terrible trap.
Serious?
That stuff you see lined up there, any god could come by and use it to send a message. I've been struck with knowledge. It's an ill omen of total devastation and ruin. Let me out of here! Let me out! I have no idea what he's talking about, so maybe I'll just leave him alone. I do want to see what he's talking about, but I don't think my character is smart enough to know what he's talking about. Map. How do I get my map? There.
Yo.
I just wanted to check the metal hatch in the main hall just to be sure, but just like I figured, it hasn't moved an inch. Yeah, I'd be surprised if he made things that easy for us.
Hey, damn it. What?
Don't make that face. You can look like some pussy. You wanted me to put a fighting spirit in you? Will do ya? No thanks. I think I've got enough for now. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna look for another way out then. Yeah, okay. Wait. Ah, I found it, guys. Hey, how long have you been here? Makoto, look! The gate blocking the stairs is gone. It would seem a path to the second floor is opened up.
You hear me?
But it's utmost importance to double check the areas we already know about, just in case. Aren't I so clever to think of that? I really impress myself sometimes. What? Door. And the AV room. school. Isn't this entire place the school? I know what he meant. I saw it. I want to go up the stairs. Okay. I'm going up the stairs. Ah!
You understand?
I tried to go up, but then it didn't let me, and then it forced me to talk to him. So, what's up there? Second floor of the school. Okay. Bathrooms are empty. Library? You must be pretty happy to have those books around, huh, Toho? Not particularly. Everything's really caught my attention so far. Indeed, there's a plethora of books, it's true, but the content seems lacking. Where's the comic books? Where's the young adult section? Comic books? Young adult? That stuff's a waste of time. I've seen what you write, Miss Fukawa. Talented as you are, your stuff isn't any more worthwhile. My stories are filled with true love and pure feelings. Don't compare them to that garbage of yours. Your writing doesn't even mean anything. It's just a bunch of jumbled up letters. Someone should just burn it all. Oh, the lady does protest much, and he thinks. I think you're secretly on boy action. Boy on boy? I don't care if it's anime or comics or fanfic or whatever. It's all filth. Throwaway culture that will be trashed and forgotten in half a decade. Just talking about it makes me sick to my stomach. I'm gonna throw up now. You've insulted me and you've insulted my honor. These two are really starting to freak me out. I've never seen anything like it. So. No, this library is most interesting. What's interesting about it?
Stop talking.
Nothing, I was just thinking out loud. This condescending little guy. Remarkably dusty here and the lighting is less than ideal. For a library, it's not the kind of place I'd want to do reading in. Alright, looks, whole thing is incredibly dusty. Thick layer of dust on the desk. We're not really at whatever academy. I have 77 coins, wow. Some kind of archive. All I saw in there was a stack of old books and files. I can't imagine what business you would have in there. That's true, I don't really have any reason to check it out. Cool. Feeling like I'm stuck here watching the cameras. Starving for information from the outside world. If only there was a TV that worked. A letter? What's this? Hope's Peak Academy?
Indeed.
Buried under a thick layer of dust. I guess it's sitting there for quite a while. Well, shall we see what's inside? But we shouldn't read others' mail without permission.
Is that right?
What we shouldn't do is leave this here without finding out what's inside. Okay. Broke the seal on the dusty envelope, pulled out what looked like a single piece of paper I found inside. I unfolded the paper and read what was written there. From the Hope's Peak Academy Executive Office. Throughout the years, we have committed to shaping the youth who will one day shape the world. We have a long, proud history as an institution of higher learning with full governmental support. Our graduates center society ready to take on active leadership roles in every major job field. However, Hope's Peak Academy must now lower the curtain on glorious history for the time being. The decision was not an easy one to make, but serious issues beyond our control have made it necessary. Make no mistake, this is not the end for Hope's Peak Academy. We intend to reopen our doors as soon as the issues forcing our closure have been resolved. That being said, this is the end for now. I'd like to personally and sincerely thank everyone for their help and support over the years. For now, we are awaiting official government authorization to formally cease operating. We were sucked into an alternate reality!
It would seem...
Stopped functioning as a school, and judging by the amount of dust the later collected, it doesn't seem to have happened recently. If I had to guess, this letter's at least a year old. They're saying Hope's Peak closed down at least a year ago. Alright, bye Foxy, thanks for hanging! Most likely the mastermind took over the abandoned school in order to put on the little performance. But that would mean it closed when I got here just a few days ago. But I didn't get that sense at all. Plus, if the school had shut down, don't you think it would have been in the newspapers and stuff? I mean, you're saying it could have happened over a year ago, right? Before I got here, I looked stuff up online about the school and never saw anything about this.
In other words,
that must have been part of the mastermind's plan. They lured us all in here, so it could create a place to judge and execute people could potentially be capable of anything. Of course, that's all assuming this letter is real.
However,
if it is real, though, that does solve one mystery surrounding the school. The reason there are no other students here could be because the school had already closed down. That'd be a nice, simple solution, it's true. But then, what about this other part? This decision was not an easy one to make, but serious issues beyond our control have made it necessary. But make no mistake, this is not the end of Hope's Peak Academy. We intend to reopen our doors as soon as the issues forcing our closure have been resolved. What did they mean by serious issues? That's apparently why the school had to close. Is there any connection between that and what's happening to us now? If the two events are in fact connected, uncovering that connection would be a useful clue, on top of figuring out the mastermind's motive. Although, I can't really say any more until we get more details. So in other words, only the mastermind knows the truth right now. Mastermind's motive. We can figure out why they would want to imprison us all here. Will that be enough to get us out of here? Or... I think we're done. What? Like, everything has dust. Absolutely shocked. I already said all this. I suppose fanfic is just porn drawn by a bunch of amateurs. She's a hobby shaving.
Here we go.
You're so loving. I'm used to being misunderstood. Do you think weak attacks like yours would drop my HP? This to really worry me. No, not you.
Damn! You know nothing. Here we go.
The laptop looks pretty old and it's covered in dust.
So...
It's broken. I tried pressing the power button earlier, but nothing happened. Was it plugged in, Kyoko? Too bad. I'm hoping I use it to go online and see what's going on in the outside. If it's broken, there's nothing I can really do about it. Yeah. Place is big. Oh, the archive room, right. More classrooms over here. Reality isn't everything. Still not brave enough to block it. You burst into flames, kid. Oh, it's a swimming pool. Not this, but you know. Baby is sleeping. Please be quiet.
I see.
This must be what he meant by a new world. I should probably take a really close look around. Clock. That's pointless, but I can't stop looking at the clock. Even if time was wrong, I wouldn't have any way of knowing. I really don't like that. It's true. Nothing. Let's look at the pool. Like,
Just a second.
oh, Makoto, hey, guess what? Guess what I found? A pool! There's a pool here! A pool! Pool! She reminds me of like a golden retriever. You don't have to keep repeating it. I got it.
Okay.
And there's tons of exercise equipment in the locker room. Sakura's gonna go nuts when she finds out. Yeah, you're right about that. This seems way more excited than usual. Second floor has opened up. The living area has grown, and a number of facilities are now available. Whatever else is going on, I must admit, things have been made much more comfortable for us.
Do you understand?
If things continue like this, the occasional class trial might not be so bad. Only a few people have to die for that to happen. Hey, Chihiro, have you checked out the pool yet? No. I don't like wearing swimsuits. Yeah, you do seem like the type who might not be into that sort of thing. Still, it looks like the locker rooms have all the equipment, the exercise equipment you could ask for. Maybe I'll give it a try. I'd kind of like to get a little stronger. You want to get stronger? I have to say, it's kind of unexpected.
Yeah.
But I'm not even brave enough to step into the locker room. Huh, you don't even want to go in the locker room? It's not that I don't want to, it's just... I don't get it. Is she afraid of locker rooms or something? That's a pretty weird phobia, though. There's like a freaking gun right here. That's a real gun. It's not like we're at war here. Why would he need something like that here? Like there's cameras in the thing. Locker rooms. Guess I have to go in this way. Behind the door is a locker room?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess you need your handbook to get into the locker rooms. Really?
Of course.
Really? If you want to unlock in the locker room, you'll have to swipe your personal e-handbook across the card reader next to the door. However, to ensure maximum security within each locker room, only a boy's handbook can open the boys' locker room, and the same goes for the girls. That's the bottom line. But what if someone opens the door and then someone else sneaks in? Anyone who commits such indecency shall be punished without mercy with a scandalous sexual depravity. See, there's a Gatling gun mounted to the wall, right? They'll all be all turka.
Just a second.
I bet it really hurt to get shot by that thing. No, I think it'd be a little worse than that. But what happens if someone loans their handbook to someone else? A boy could borrow a girl's handbook, and that would get them into the girls' locker room, would it not? That never even occurred to me! To think someone could be so low, so cowardly, so devilish! Okay, how's this sound? Time for a new rule. As of this moment, Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. No, don't make a new rule. You can't make rules as we're trying to figure things out. So now, nobody can give their handbook to anyone else, right? You like that? I'm kind of a genius, right? It's because my brain is 100% cotton.
Honestly.
I do not imagine anyone would have lent their handbook out in the first place. After all, they would likely be held responsible for anything the person might do using the handbook. But, you know, you seem awfully concerned with all this locker room security stuff.
Of course!
Cause all you teenagers are sex-crazed maniacs. You're at the age where you try humping a plastic bottle. So keep anything unseemly from happening, I have to maintain a rigorous watch. Then, in that case, I'd ask you keep the same close eye on our dorms. Some man and some woman decide to share a room, there'd be nothing to stop them. All I care about is protecting the holy image of the school itself.
Yes.
I don't care what happens to your private dorms. By force or by cutting, do whatever you want.
Just the worst.
I hate you so much.
See ya later!
Okay, so the new regulation is in place. See ya! And that stupid bear totally ruined my mood. Maybe I'll go take a dip to cheer myself
You
up.
got it.
Plus, Chiro, you want to come with me?
As for me,
There's nothing I hate more than getting water on my face.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'll have to pass this time. How come? When you're in a funk, there's nothing better than a good swim to pull you out of it. I'm pretty sure that only applies to you. Anyway, now I have a good idea what's going on the second floor. But I didn't see anything that might lead to any kind of exit or anything. All I can do now is hope someone else found something worthwhile. Okay, I'll better head to the dining hall as soon as possible. Alright. At the dining hall.
Listen to me!
Oh, Mo, he's talking to me.
Yes, indeed.
There's a library! And a pool! A freaking pool! And locker rooms filled with exercise equipment! There was not, however, anything resembling an escape route. Yeah, she's right.
I see!
Well, hey, there's no reason to get all sulky. Wait till you hear about my amazing discovery.
Quiet down and
The
listen.
warehouse and bathhouse on the first floor of the dorms are now open.
You hear me?
The warehouse is chock full of clothes, food, whatever you want. There's so much, it's insane. So go ahead and stuff yourself to the gills whenever you feel like.
are you okay with this?
Keep in mind, of course, that going out at nighttime is still prohibited. Please do not forget.
Yo,
Okay, and what about a fucking way out of here? You find anything like that? Oh, well,
what?
wasn't anything in the
What?
warehouse you could use to get our asses out of here? Nothing? Fortunately, no, not what I saw.
Hey, come on.
You fucking
What?
people. Who gives a shit if you have a goddamn pool now, or a warehouse, or whatever the
Stop
fuck?
fucking
We're still
around.
trapped in this piece of shit school. We need to find a goddamn way out! Now, there's no point in taking your anger out on us. Adaptation is key, yes? For now, we must each find a way to enjoy our current situation.
You piece of...
Whatever you say, you fucking loon. For now, let's continue our investigation and let anyone else know if we should discover
So
something.
then,
Are we done for today?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. The air seemed to suddenly grow heavy again. With the mastermind's plan to give us hope just to turn around and betray that hope?
As such, soon the doors. Okay then.
Woo! We all promised not to leave our rooms during nighttime. There's not much else to do. I guess I'll just go to bed. Mr. Monokuma, do you have a second? I don't really like myself. I don't have any kind of skill or hobby I can say I'm super good at. And my grades are totally average too. My reflexes are awful, not great, not awful. I could get into a decent college where I'd make a few friends, maybe even find a normal girlfriend, which is exactly why I don't like who I am. I understand that now. My life is just one giant copy-paste. I don't have any imagination. I'm a perfectly average cardboard
You
cutout.
see what I mean, right, Mr. Monokuma?
Usually there's more stuff to that.
Good morning, everyone! It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is official. Get ready to greet another beautiful day! Oh, that's right. I wanted to let you know that your e-handbooks have been updated. New regulations have been added, so please take a look and enjoy your school life more than ever before!
Woo! Here's what you're referring to yesterday. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Right now, I need to hurry up and head to breakfast. Alright. Seems like a good enough time to save. I don't want to leave because they'll be like, hey, they'll just start talking at me and stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and leave here. Thanks everyone for joining and have a good day. I think next session we're just gonna continue with the whole body discovery, find out who the next victim is, and then make the entire session based off of that. I think it'll be fun. Yeah. Alright. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.
Hmm.